to find out if it really is the best form of medicine.
Cutting her hair.
I've been doing stand-up for 10 years and I truly love it. But I know that for many, the idea of getting up on stage and telling jokes to a room full of strangers is the stuff of nightmares.
So the NHS prescribing stand-up comedy for people struggling with their mental health seems a little bit surprising.
But that's precisely what's happening in London. This is the famous Comedy Store, where stand-ups such as Bill Bailey, Joe Brand and Robin Williams have performed. But today's comedians aren't here just for the laughs.
She said, "Oh, you got more prawns than me." She then called me shellfish.
Angie Belcher and Mr. C run courses in comedy for all sorts of groups, including men referred to them as a result of their mental health.
So tell me what brought this course about?
This course specifically looks at men's mental health and is part of a strategy to get to zero suicide in the capital. Rather than saying, oh, well, we're going to have a mental health group or get people together and talk. They do all that, but through the process of learning stand-up comedy.
The course is provided in association with a charity called Rethink Mental Illness and funded by the NHS. It's a 10-week course leading to a showcase where the attendees get to perform live on stage.
So talk me through what are the sort of main principles you're trying to impart as you go through the course.
So to begin with, it's about persona. It's looking at your life and using your life as source material for comedy. An understanding of your communication style and how to approach the stage, how to interact with an audience, and how to also we talk a lot about failure, don't we, as well? It's not failure, it's feedback.
The things that we run away from is based on fear. So once you kind of take your ego out of it and accept the feedback, then you're able to master the next part of that journey with more intelligence.
So there's actual evidence, isn't there, that this course is working, it's having an effect?
The feedback so far is they felt stronger, happier and more resilient. They've remarked their mental health has improved and that they've found a place to go and chat.
This is the second year the course has been done in London, but due to its success, there's a possibility it may be rolled out nationwide. Mohan and Ryan have recently started Angie's course. Rishi, Alan, Sergit, Will and Graham completed it last year.
So Mohan, talk to me about what you've got out of this comedy course.
Before I came on to the course, I was thinking about all the times I'd been made to laugh. And there were only 5 times in my whole life. And so when I came onto the course, it got me out of my shell.
And Alan, do you think it's helped your mental health?
Indeed. I think laughter is a medicine. It can help you to recover from trauma.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
It's like a little family that just really want to go and get the best out of life and turn the twist on their failings or their lack of opportunities, then go and turn it into something good or even laugh at it.
A lot of what the guys in there were saying really resonates with me. Doing comedy has helped me deal with some really tough times in my life too. But what I think is remarkable is the extent to which this course is helping people.
And it turns out it's not just the comics who get the benefit of a good giggle. Laughter itself can have some pretty funny effects on the body. Not far from the Comedy Club is the office of Sophie Scott. A professor in cognitive neuroscience, she has the very serious job of studying laughter.
I'm a bit nervous to ask this, but what am I here for?
Well, I'm going to do a couple of very quick tests with you, and I'm going to see how they're affected by laughter.
The first test Sophie asked me to do is something called a wall sit.
Slide down to a sort of seated position. There you go.
Oh, that is not comfortable. I really thought this would be all right.
So you're doing it until it's so uncomfortable you need to stop.
OK.
It works for you. There we go. Well done. Well done. So that was 1 minute and 10 seconds. That's very good. What I'd like to do now is to try and make you laugh.
Okay. Yeah, I love laughing.
And while you're laughing, what I want you to do is pop this on your finger.
Right.
This is a pulse oximeter. While I'm wearing it, Sophie shows me various clips that make me laugh to see how it affects my heart rate.
Charlie, stop it.
He's busy now. Yeah, maybe this is a good time to say goodbye.
While I'm watching the clips, my heart rate goes up. But just a short while afterwards, it goes down, even lower than when I started. Then I'm made to do the dreaded wall sit again.
I do need to stop now, though.
You can stop, you can stop, you can stop, you can stop.
Where I beat my previous time by 12 seconds.
So, what was so surprising to me there was that I felt less pain for quite a while after I'd laughed at those videos.
There's a sort of cascade effect in your body when you've been laughing. So the first was adrenaline. It rises when you're actually laughing because you're doing quite a lot of work, but the almost immediate reduction in adrenaline is making you more relaxed, and we're picking that up with this change in your heart rate before and after. And the other thing that we were measuring was endorphins. Now, you get an increased uptake of endorphins, and endorphins are the body's natural painkillers, which is why you could do that wall sit task for longer after you've been laughing, quite a long time after you've been laughing.
So, following a good lull, your heart rate decreases due to a reduction in adrenaline, meaning you're more relaxed. And to top it off, it also increases the production of endorphins, making you more tolerant to pain.
I found that laughter is part of the reason that makes me connect with people. So, is there anything in saying that, you know, laughter is like a social thing?
Basically, it's completely social, so you're 30 times more likely to laugh if there is somebody else with you than if you're on your own. So it's kind of primed by social contact, and then it's amplified by positive feelings towards people.
Who knew there was a serious side to laughter? And comedy definitely seems to be helping the guys I've met today.
So all this goes to show that laughter actually is the best medicine. And that means, in turn, that if I'm a comedian, I'm also a doctor. Does anyone have a white coat for me?
This is the thing, though. It's so important and fascinating listening to Mohan in the film there talking about he can only remember 5 times in his whole life that he's really laughed.
That was mad, wasn't it? I feel like he's missed out on so much.
But Zan, from your perspective,